Hello, and in this video, I'm going to talk you through replacing the sensor for calibration. So if you're getting any calibration errors during sensor calibration, this video can help you troubleshoot that. In order to do so, you're going to need an Allen wrench, wire clippers, and some needle nose pliers. Before getting started, you'll want to make sure you have unloaded any filament or at least gone in with wire clippers and snipped it right here at the very top of the extruder. Next, we need to remove the housing that surrounds the extruder. On the right-hand side, you will find two screws that you can simply loosen with the Allen wrench. On the left-hand side, there is another single screw. You do not need to fully remove these, but once they are loosened, you should be able to pull the entire extruder housing forward and off. With that removed, you have a better look at the sensor we are replacing. That is this one at the back here that has the little red light. Now before this next step, we recommend that you power off your 3D printer. That way you aren't working with any live electricity. With the printer turned off, follow the wire from the sensor up into the board at the top, and you can see a few little places along the wire that have these zip ties. Carefully use the wire clippers to cut just the zip tie, but make sure you aren't cutting the wire itself. Once you've cut all three zip ties, you should be able to sort of loosen the wire from its housing. Next, use needle nose pliers to carefully lift where the wires connect into the circuit board. You want to make sure you're grabbing just the plastic and not the wires themselves. Now to remove the sensor itself, use the Allen wrench to loosen each of the two screws and actually remove them fully. One is on either side of the light on the sensor at the top. Make sure you grab the sensor so that it doesn't fall when you remove the second screw. Grab your replacement sensor and reinstall in the opposite order. When installing the sensor, try to make it as level as you can and even with the bottom of the fan. There is some wiggle room on the sensor installation, so just keep an eye on that. Once the sensor itself is installed, rerun the new wire following that same trail that the old wire ran, and plug back into the top of the circuit board. Once everything's reinstalled, simply slide the cover back over the top and tighten the two screws on the right and the one screw on the left. Power it back on, and don't forget to rerun both Z-axis and a sensor calibration before attempting a print.